Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Power Expertise. And in this video, we will see how we can export the list data into an Excel and that we can create for many useful purpose or for our business requirement, like for creating report or for comparison for cost or a revenue. Okay, so let's get started. So we have two options. Okay, one is by creating out of the box feature wherein you have to enable a download action. Okay, and that button will be rendered above the list. When selected, downloads the data from the list to an Excel file. Okay, how you can do that? You need to come to your make.powerapps.com apps, and then it's a portal management. You need to click on this play button. In the left navigation, if you scroll down, you will have a list option. Let's suppose this is my list wherein I have to provide this button option where a user can download its Dataverse data into an Excel. Okay, so let's go inside that list. In the option tab, scroll down. In the grid configuration, you have a download option. Okay, you can give the name of your choice, the button name, Excel export. Let's suppose I have given this name. So as soon as you click on save, in the portal, Power Apps portal page, in the list, above your list, this button will start appearing. And you don't have to do anything. Whatever column you have presented in your list will get downloaded into your Excel. But here is one catch. In this out of the box feature, you won't be able to download or extract columns, let's suppose 100 or more. So for that very reason, we will create a Power Automate to customize our Excel and get 100 or more column extract in Excel. Okay. And also, you can add your customized formula. Okay. So for that very reason, we will use Power Automate. So let's go into make.powerapps.com. I will create one flow. So for now, I am just creating an instant cloud flow. Okay. And the name I will give extract Dataverse data into an Excel. Okay. And click on create. I don't want this new design. I want my classic design to be back. So I'll just turn off this new designer. Now what will be a first step? So we will call a list rows action, which will get all my data of my Dataverse table data. Okay. So in which table I'm interested in? Interested in my email employee personal detail list. So this is the list which data I want to get into my Excel. So I will call that list. So for now, for time being, I want all the data from my list. Okay. If your requirement is to get specific data, then you can add filters. Okay. For now, I'll just leave it as it is. My next set of action would be I will select the columns. I will show you 6 columns. Okay. Same technique you can apply to n number of columns. Okay. So for this, now in your select all the value of your list rows, and now one by one we will map all our columns. So first name, column name of my list would be name itself. And I want to show you one more thing. Prior to this, you need to create an Excel export template in your SharePoint. So this is a place where I have kept my export template. I will show you which column I have created here. So name, city, street, country, height, and salary of an employee is listed here. So I am taking 6 columns. Okay. So now what you need to do, you need to come here, you need to go to expression, you need to call item function, and in this square bracket, you need to give the logical name of your column, Dataverse column, inside the quotes. Now go back here in your Dataverse, go inside the employee personal detail, and this we have done n number of times how we get the logical name of any column. So just go inside the columns. Name is my primary column, so I'll come here, click on these three buttons, and then advanced, and then tools, and then copy logically. I'm showing it for one column. Same you need to apply for rest 5 columns. Okay. I'll quickly map one by one all the columns. So my select action is all set. What will be the next step? The next step will be calling a SharePoint action. The SharePoint action get file content. Okay. And one thing I want to highlight here, my list rows, my Dataverse connection is coming from my tech power tenant, tech power domain, and my SharePoint connection is coming from at power expertise. This domain, both the domains are different. If you want to know how you configure this integration, you can watch my previous video. Okay, I will give you in the description the link of that video. Now we will give the site address. This is my site where I have put my Excel. So I'll give that. Then file identifier means the location. Okay. And that's it. In the show advanced option, I will keep this content type as yes. We'll move to the next step. The next step will be create a file. Okay. So we will create a new file every time whenever someone's, try to hit an export request. So we will create this file out of this template only. Okay. So again, you need to give this site where you want to create this file every time a request of export comes. The folder path, share document. So I'll just give the folder path as share document. Okay. We'll just keep it that simple. And the file name will be, let's suppose I want to give every time when a new request come, I want to know the time or the date at what time the request came. So let's suppose I just give the timing and then the format. Excel. Now what will be the content? So content will be this, what you're getting from the above action. Now, after this, one by one, whatever number of rows, n number of rows we have, let's suppose in our Dataverse, and we want to copy all those n number of rows into my SharePoint Excel. So for that reason, I want to have my loop. And in Power Automate, how we initiate a loop by apply each block. Okay. And this apply to each block. How many times the loop will run? The number of rows that we have in the select. That many times your loop will execute. So just give the output of the select here. Okay. Now call add a row action and we'll create a row in my SharePoint Excel. Okay. So location. See, if your list or your SharePoint library is not listing here, so make sure what connection you're using here, just try to give the same connection in which your SharePoint has been hosted. So since we are using two connection, so that's the reason it is showing two. And where my SharePoint is hosted? In this at Power Expertise. Okay. So we'll use that connection and try to see now if my list is coming here. So now my library and my site is listing here, which is Power Platform. I'll click that. And a document library will be documents, which is the display name, but internally it is shared documents only. Now file will be the name of my create file. I will give that. Okay. Whatever output I'm getting from the create file, I'll give that name. And table name. So you need to identify what's the table name you have in your template. So how to know that? Come here in your Excel template, click here, and you will see what's the table name of your Excel. So for me, it's table 2. So I'll give here table 2. And in the rows, we will enter custom value and then we'll give table 2. Okay. And the row will be my counter. current counter, which is my current item. Okay, let's save this flow and try to execute and see what output we are getting in each step, in each action. This is save. Now we'll test our flow. So in select, we have the items available. Now we'll see how many times our loop will execute 13. So it might be 13 records we have in our Dataverse. That's the reason it has, executed 13 times. And it's now successful. Now go back to your SharePoint. Refresh your library. And we'll see that this is a file which has created just now. The name as we have specified should be the UTC. So today's date and time just showing. We'll go inside and see we have records available in my Excel. Now, what will be the next set of action that we can utilize or we can have in a requirement or in our use case? It would be send this attachment to the user who initiated the process or the request into his Outlook. Okay, or send a notification. So we have seen in this demo a very simple type of column. Let's suppose you want or you have complex type of column like lookups column. Okay, so how you can deal with lookup column? So I'll just tell you the formula and select, and rest all the steps will be same only. So in the list rows, you will see what is the exact value where you are getting the exact value of your lookup. So that should be in a formatted way, and that formatted way you need to have in your select. So same way you need to give item and then the email ID value with formatted value. And where you will get it? You will get it in the list row. So once you run this flow in the run history in the output, you will get that column. So same you can apply for choice and for lookups. Okay. I hope you like this video informative. And if you want more such content, then subscribe to Power Expertise and stay tuned with me. Till then, bye bye. Take care.